Rich Shea here, unboxing Valparaíso by Louis and Stefan Malz, published by DLP Games and in America by Stronghold Games. Now, when I saw the picture on the cover and the big posters at Origins, I was like, Daddy, look, the pirate ships are here to burn down the town. I wasn't impressed, but I tried out a demo of the game and I really liked it, so I immediately bought it. They ran out pretty quick. It was a fairly popular game. Of course, everybody will be able to get them for discounted prices online later. So one interesting thing that it has is an Hourglass. It's an optional thing. This is a program your moves with cards kind of thing, and I think an option to speed it up for people with analysis paralysis. The first person done flips it over, and then everybody else has limited time. Let's pull out the instruction booklet first. So let's see how we're doing here. That's good. Alright, so there's a game board that's a map that you can move on with a victory point track. The game ends at 18 points. Whoever has that first triggers the end of the game, but there'll be bonus points and stuff, so the scores will be above that. There are achievement cards, these market tiles, coins, the timer, 3 resources, silver, copper, wheat, and a first player marker, which is a lighthouse, which you can also see on the map. Each player gets a board. On the board they have their cargo hold, their warehouse. Your program cards go face down along here. You can get an extra card. It costs you money to have it available that you put there. You have 4 houses, 4 merchants, and 1 ship. The ship goes back and forth between the harbor and some 3 trade zones. So here's a bigger picture with the setup. You have a warehouse, you have limited storage on your ship. You put things on the ship, send them out to get these cards, which give you better, more actions available in future turns. You try to get money, you try to score points. The markets on the board, you send merchants there. The bottom card is triggered. Whenever anybody uses it, the cards rotate, and you go to the next one. And there's a lot of details. So basically in the game, you're going to plan putting your cards in order and then use the cards. A nice feature of the game is that you don't have to use the cards in the order you put them out in, but it'll cost you money, which you probably don't have enough of. So basically you move goods around, sell goods, hire more merchants, move the merchants around, build the buildings, trade, and acquire and sell goods. So there are the market tiles. Oh, you can also move your ship, and once you move it to the right place you can trade or reload it. You reload it in port, you trade when you move it out to the ocean. Most of the cards have, we'll see that later, an alternative action in case you really hose yourself. So everybody plays all the cards out that they want to, that they played with, that they planned for, and have the mayor thing. And then when everybody's played their cards one at a time, the round ends, and you keep going till somebody gets 18 points in their scoring track, which immediately triggers the end of the game. Okay. The other way that you can end the game is if the achievement cards run out before anybody's scored points. I guess that's to keep people from just trying to run the clock. All right. And then you turn stuff into some points and money, and stuff into money, money into points, and bonus points for achievement cards that you acquire. Here you can see that, and we'll see it later. There are a few end-game scoring or in-game scoring cards where you can turn money and or goods into points. And that's it. It's pretty straightforward. The rules are pretty clear, well written. There's the pieces are wood. Let me get some out. So you can see the merchants, the houses. Maybe I'll take some better photos. The goods. Everybody's got. I think there's only 1 victory point marker for each player, and it's nice. It's all wood, which is always great. Plastic bags, because you can never have too many of those. You certainly want to sort the player stuff out. And the cards. Oh wait, looks like they got. No, probably not, because it's me. There we go. almost more or less. So there's a bunch of cards. Each player has their own set. These are the initial cards for blue. You can see it shows the action and what phase. This is moving goods from the market to the ship. If there's also like an alternative action you can use instead and just get money, because you always need that, or in this case goods. This lets you sell goods, but if you can't, you can get a good. So you start the game with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 actions. I think you can play 4 in a turn. You can expand it to 1 more, and you can also pay extra money to have another one available in the mayor's thing. We'll get to that. The ones past, the player ones, come in classes. So this, I'll move this up close. All right, so this is an A1 card. So there's A cards, and then there's B cards, and that's the B1 group, and the B2 group. And you put the B2 groups randomly on the bottom, then the B1 group randomly on top, and then the A group on top of that, and you go through the cards in that way. I think they probably have increasing value or complexity as the game goes on. So you see you get bonus points for these cards, unlike your initial ones, at the end of the game. And some of the cards will give you a victory point when you play it. Some of them will let you spend 10 pesos up to 3 times to get a victory point. So they're more powerful than the initial cards, but you have to acquire them. The other components in the game, here's a player board. The mayor card goes there. Your extra meeples can go there. Your warehouse. There's things you can always do. A victory point when you put the buildings here, and when you build your 4th one, you get a victory point. When you've built 2, that frees up this card slot. So that's 2 of them. Smaller denomination coins, another player cardboard, and the trade things, which some of them are like get victory points, some of them are get goods, some of them are get money, some of them are conversions. And the last one, you can have up to 5 players. Here's the starting player marker, some more small coins. And the map board, which is actually double-sided. You can see, you get the whole thing in here. Yes. Okay, so this is the, let's see if I can tell. No, I can't tell. I think this is the 4 and 5 player map board, because it has more buildings in town. And this is the 2 and 3 player map board. I should check the rules on that briefly. Let me do that for you. Yes, 2 to 3 players, 4 to 5 players. Yeah. Because this has fewer building slots, and you don't need as many because there's only 2 or 3 players. So in the game, the market things with the tracks correlate to these locations. This one, this one, this one. There are intermediary spots here and here, would basically give you victory points if you build them, but you also get to charge a toll to the other players to move through them to get to the other markets outside the city. So you can build a small number of buildings on there, but most of the buildings get built along this track, which gives you some bonuses when you place them. That gets a victory point, that gets a victory point. Gives you income each turn, if I remember correctly, yes. And also a bonus for whoever has the majority of buildings. Now that's not the same as being the first player. The first player doesn't move around. Oh, the starting player is just whoever last built a building here. So it's not majorities, that determines some extra income, but whoever has the freshest building is the first player. So I thought it was an interesting game. It has mechanisms that I like with the programming and the flexibility, and I like that you weren't stuck. It looks like, and I haven't had enough experience yet playing it, there's always something useful you can do. You know, and like in a lot of games, I expect that there's more than one strategy, and if you manage to get a unique strategy and execute it without opposition, you'll get an advantage. So I'm looking forward to a full play. I like this kind of game, and it was a lot of fun. So I hope you'll consider checking it out and read some online reviews of full plays. But it was very interesting, and I really liked the mechanisms, the artwork, and the presentation. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll watch some of my other unboxings and presentations. I'm trying to talk a little bit about the play of the game now when I do it, and I hope people find that interesting. Let me know. Bye for now.